Over the past number of years, I've had the opportunity to personally be involved with literally hundreds of interactions with unsuspecting Latter-day Saints, usually on airplanes or in airports. Generally speaking, there's a built-in response mechanism most LDS have when it comes to dialogue. Now, they're very happy, very willing, open to speak with anyone, anytime about the LDS Church, but an automatic system shutdown occurs in them in varying degrees if a difficult or uncomfortable topic comes out about Mormonism. Our resident aphorist Reed shared with me another profound parallel of information recently about this ubiquitous LDS system shutdown response. He likened the illogical nature of this response the LDS have to a man that we're going to call Joe. Now, Joe has worked long and hard over the course of his life and has placed all of his finances in the hands of the ABC Bank and Trust. Joe has a savings account with the ABC, he has CDs, he has IRAs, he has investments, all with the ABC Bank and Trust. His family has been with ABC. It's a very reputable bank. The illogical nature of the LDS shutdown is akin to Joe opening up the newspaper one day and seeing a headline that reads, "Is ABC Bank and Trust financially sound?" Upon reading it and in terror, Joe slams the paper shut and says, "I'm not reading anymore." You see, reading will bother Joe. It will trouble him. It will cause him possibly to question or lose faith in the ABC Bank and Trust. And the ABC Bank is his bank, and after all, it would be so much work, so much effort to have to transfer everything out, and that would be too hard, too taxing, so he blindly places his entire financial future in the unchecked hands of the ABC Bank. Soon the Evening News reports that the ABC Bank and Trust has been in serious fault of deceptive practices. But instead of listening and hearing the findings, Joe turns the channel and covers his ears to what is being said. By listening, he would have to ask himself, maybe there are other banks out there. Maybe it's not the ABC Bank and Trust I should put my faith in. And it's all he's ever known, so he can't face it, so he shuts his eyes, he won't read the paper, he won't do anything, and he just repeats the mantra, the ABC Bank, I know it's true, I know it's right, I know it's right. And then he realizes one day when he goes to get his hard-earned cash out of the ABC Bank that there's nothing in the vault. And he has been completely duped. And by the end, it's not just duped by the ABC company, but he's been duped by himself, by his own laziness, by his own fears, to the available facts. Now, very few people alive would ever respond to this situation the way Joe did. If somebody had put all their savings and trusts and monies into a financial institution and saw one single article that said these guys might be in trouble, they would not be able to get down to the bank quick enough to yank their money out and store it in another place that is deemed reliable and trustworthy. But the LDS do this very thing with their eternal treasure, their eternal salvation. It's even of a greater value, and they close their eyes much more strongly, much more convinced on something that's far more important than treasures that rust and where moth will corrupt. I know it's true, I know it's true, I know it's true, and then their eyes close and they find out that it wasn't.